All right, hey, we are going to do an introduction here to the CEPSCI journal. This journal makes your CEPSCI inspection so much easier. Let's just jump right into it. Your first page, you open up, and you're going to start finding these QR codes. The first QR code that you're going to find is, or actually maybe the second, but it's going to be where you can discover where you can order more of these logs, because ideally you're doing more than one project at a time. You're going to want one book per project. Then the next thing, I'm assuming that the people who are looking at this are experts and have been around for a while and know what's going on. But I realize that every one of us have had our first visit to a pre-con meeting, and this is going to give you an introduction. Just help you have a little bit of confidence as you go into that pre-con meeting, what's expected, who's going to be there, what to do. Now, when you get to that pre-con meeting, you're going to have the information from what's referred to as the SWIP, and it's also going to be on the blueprints. The project name, permitting number, permittee's name and information, you as the inspector, your name, your number. It's all going to go right here on this next page. You're also going to put everyone who was involved in the pre-con meeting. You're going to put their name and email address on the bottom of this page. Then you're going to go back and you're going to put a star, put a check mark, put a dot, circle, somehow identify who needs these inspections. Notes from the pre-con meeting, make sure you have something written in here. It just shows to the municipality regulator that you actually care about what he's saying. You may talk about blue line streams nearby. You may talk about people complaining from the neighboring community about mud on the road. Anything he says, you're going to want to write down here. This just gives you an opportunity to remind yourself of things that you need to be looking for. Then we get into the heart of this. The CEPSCI in South Carolina erosion sediment prevention codes have 12 questions. These are not written exactly as you would find them at the Department of Environmental Services. That's because I wanted it so that if it's yes, that's a positive. If it's a no, that's a negative. So I've reworded those questions, but it's the 12 essential questions that have to be asked. And then corrective actions needed. This is supposed to be involved in every single one of your inspections. It's a running list. So we go out on week number 5 and we find out that there is a bad concrete washout right there north of the construction entrance. So you're going to write that in the corrective action needed. Remove the concrete that was improperly washed out north of the construction entrance, date recorded, that's today's date. Then next week, when you go out and do your inspection, the very first thing you're going to do is go back and look at what actions need to be done. And then if they've been corrected, you're going to write today's date in the date corrected area. If they haven't been corrected, you are going to, again, it's a running list. You're going to write that same corrective action needed with the date that it was initially noticed on the new inspection report. So this is a running list. There's only 5 areas. If you have somebody that needs more than 5, big major rain event, yeah, sure, there's probably going to be 5 things that you can write down in there. But on a normal basis, if they have over 3 problems on that site, especially if they're recurring, it might be time to sit down and have a conversation with the people who are responsible for that problem. Photos, you've got to take photos, not just photos of things that are wrong, but things that are right as well. So what I usually do is I put my photos in a Dropbox. Maybe I've used Dropbox in the past. Google Drive is the new thing. And then I just put in here, this is where you can find those photos. Now, a lot of times what most people do is I'm going to take a picture of the permittee information and then a picture of the recent inspection, and then I'm going to take all those pictures and I'm going to put them together in one file, and I'm going to email them to everyone on that pre-con meeting who asked for the CEPSCI reports. Again, you get through here, you're going to find more QR codes. Some of them are to my YouTube channel, some of them are to people that I highly respect and think that you would find interesting. So this is, what are the different types of infrastructures on a stormwater pond. That's not something that I did. That's something that an engineer put together. How's a sinkhole form? That's something that an engineer put together. These are all very, very helpful. Watch them, don't watch them. They're there for you. Hopefully this CEPSCI journal is going to make your weekly inspections that much easier.